Taliban is a Sunni Islamist organization operating primarily in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The Taliban previously ruled Afghanistan from 1996 to 2001 and imposed a strict form of Islamic law on the country. The Taliban were one of the factions fighting in Afghanistan's civil war in the 1990s after the withdrawal of the Soviet Union. The group emerged in 1994 around the southern Afghan city of Kandahar. Their founder was Mullah Muhammad Omar, a local imam in the city who led the militants until his death in 2013. And here are some more surprising and unknown facts about the most talked about group, the Taliban. The Taliban, which means students in the Pashto language, emerged in 1994 around the southern Afghan city of Kandahar. Taliban was one of the factions fighting a civil war for control of the country following the withdrawal of the Soviet Union and subsequent collapse of the government. It originally drew members from so-called Mujahideen fighters who, with support from the United States, repelled Soviet forces in the 1980s. Within the space of 2 years, the Taliban had gained sole control over most of the country, proclaiming an Islamic Emirate in 1996 with a harsh interpretation of Islamic law. Other Mujahideen groups retreated to the north of the country. Following the 9/11 attacks in the United States by Al-Qaeda, US-backed forces in the north swept into Kabul in November under the cover of heavy US airstrikes. The Taliban melted away into remote areas where it began a 20-year-long insurgency against the Afghan government and its Western allies. The Taliban's founder and original leader was Mullah Muhammad Omar, who went into hiding after the Taliban was toppled. So secretive were his whereabouts that his death in 2013 was only confirmed 2 years later by his son. During its 5 years in power, the Taliban enforced a strict version of Sharia law. Women were predominantly barred from working or studying and were confined to their homes unless accompanied by a male guardian. Public executions and floggings were common. Western films and books were banned, and cultural artifacts seen as blasphemous under Islam were destroyed. Opponents and Western countries accused the Taliban of wanting to return to this style of governance in the areas it already controls, but which the group always denies. The Taliban said earlier this year it wanted a genuine Islamic system for Afghanistan that would make provisions for women's and minority rights in line with cultural traditions and religious rules. There are, however, signs the group has already started to prohibit women from working in some areas. Only 4 countries, including Pakistan, recognized and affirmed the Taliban government when it was in power, and the Taliban provided sanctuary for the Al-Qaeda militant group led then by Osama bin Laden. Al-Qaeda set up training camps in Afghanistan, which it used to prepare for terrorist attacks around the world, including the September 11, 2001, the Twin Tower attack. Amazing, right? Hit a like if you find this little enlightening and bang that subscribe button to join this enlightening family. See you with a new episode of Knowledge on Facts Gear.